Next is the fiscal 2019 budget. Mr. Giuliano.
Thank you, President Simmons. This evening, we will have the first of a number of presentations on the 2019 budget. So at this time, I'd ask Mr. Steve Decker, principal of the Early Learning and Community Enrichment Program, to come up to the podium and provide us with his overview.
Evening, Mr. Decker.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone tonight? Good. I'm going to present the budget, but I'm going to give a big general overview of what we've implemented this year and what's going to carry through to next year, in addition to some of the things that we have in next year's budget. So for some of you that don't know, the early morning program, the after-school program, the Early Learning Academy, and the adult ESL school at night service approximately 2,500 students a day. That's the total number when you add it all up. It's a lot. We provide a great service to the community. This year, we have approximately 11% increase average across the board in those programs. We've expanded our social media. We have a community programs app that can be downloaded off our website and put on people's phones, and they could register from their phone and access other material about our programs. Also, our Facebook page and Twitter. Next year, we're looking at expanding programs. Just to give you a little sampling, we're looking at implementing a program called Little Vets and Little Doctors, where K-2 and 3 to 5th grade students can participate in what it's like to be a vet or what it's like to be a doctor. So we're hoping that that's going to be a really exciting program. Also, music, composition, and songwriting and performance. We're working through Mason Gross School of the Arts. We've been partnering with them to bring in some programs, so we're excited about that. This year, we've implemented some security improvements and our improved communications devices for each facility, and we look forward to continuing the implementation of those. We've implemented a new curriculum for our Early Learning Academy in all of our classrooms, and new assessment tools that collect data on kindergarten readiness skills for students in our ELA program. There's 38 kindergarten readiness skills that we analyze and we look at, and we are going to be implementing a report card that could be shared with kindergarten teachers to the school or the home school that those students will be going to, so they could have a deeper wealth of knowledge and information on the incoming kindergartners. We began to implement coding instruction in our preschool this year. I thought that was exciting. You don't necessarily see coding instruction in a preschool classroom, but we do it. We have had professional development online and in our workshops with regard to instruction and assessment and behavior management in our early morning program and our ASK program and ELA program. We've expanded the technology in our preschools with the use and implementation of iPads, and that will also expand our data collection next year through our assessment tool. We are looking forward to continuing our Kindergarten Readiness Academy, which we implemented for the first time last summer. We had a class, and we got great feedback from kindergarten teachers that said the students that attended our ELA program and the Kindergarten Readiness Academy entered kindergarten on a higher level than students coming out of our district programs. So they're getting a head start with regard to reading level and where they are. This year, during the summer, we want to extend that program to preschool summer academy. So not just kindergarten readiness academy, but summer preschool academy. So we will take students that are 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds, not just students going to kindergarten. And we're looking to—
Excuse me, Steve, before you
Yep.
move on. Is that a family-paid program, or are these?
Yes, that's a family-paid program.
Okay.
Our Early Learning Academy is a family-paid program, and that's—
But I wondered whether, kindergarten readiness and summer academy might be things that might have students that were identified as being possibly benefited by programs like this.
Well, it's a choice parent-paid program during the summer. So a lot of parents want to continue to have a place for preschoolers to go.
Sure.
They necessarily don't have programs in our town, and they may send them to another type of facility like kinder care, what have you. Quite frankly, we provide a better product and I think a better service to our community members. So that's why I really want to expand it this year and make it a full-day program. We only had it half-day last year. This year, we want to make it a full-day program for those parents that do work. So we're expanding our services to the community, and I think that's a great benefit for all, especially the students, because they get more prepared for kindergarten and to be successful in education. So, like I said, through this budget, we are continuing the expansion of our programs and services to the community. And in each of these programs, we always highlight the traditions of East Brunswick, which is the excellence in the academics, athletics, and the arts. So we want to continue that. This budget provides the outline of that, and we hope that you accept that, so we can continue this great program.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Decker?
Sounds amazing. It really does.
Thank you.
And I do think that, we've, in the last couple of years, continued to just take it up a notch, every year and expand things that have been successful, offering more and different kinds of programs for all of our kids.
Thank you.
Excellent.
If I could,
Yeah,
Steve,
of course.
when you spoke at the Finance Committee meeting, I mean, and I will pass this on to the board, those who weren't there, there's a great deal of pride in what you did, what you're doing, great deal of confidence that you are providing a great program for the community. And this is not an add-on. This is an integral part of East Brunswick's program. And you do it with great responsibility financially and serving the community, and with a great deal of focus. And I thank you for the effort you put into it. A lot of creativity that goes into it that people wouldn't necessarily expect in the after-school, before-school programs, but you do a nice job.
Thank you for your kind words.
Yeah, folks don't remember, we're not just a, I guess, 8 to 4 school. We've got a whole nother world
Yeah.
before and after of other programs, weekends, so thanks for keeping all that robust. Mrs. Becker.
I remember you elaborated a little bit more in the finance meeting about the connection for the academic components, particularly the after-school program, the connection between the child's homeschool and the support, tutoring, mentoring that they're getting in certain subjects in the aftercare program. I thought that was great, because it will give just that much more information to their teacher during the day, which can only help the child in the long run. So I really like that avenue of communication open.
It's very important because it provides another opportunity, like I mentioned during that meeting, that it is part of what we would call an RTI model. It would give extended time and opportunity for specific instruction for students that may be struggling in a certain area that do participate in our program. So that is extremely beneficial to them and ultimately to our community.
Yeah, and like Bob said, Steve, it's just terrific, the passion you're bringing to this. And I think that your years as a building administrator has given you that very unique ability to be able to keep your eye on the global picture, but focus in on the minute details that are making all the difference in the program. So great.
Well, thank you
Great
very
job.
much. And quite honestly, it's the people that work in these programs that show up at 7 o'clock in the morning, stay till 6:30 at night. They are the people in the trenches. I've always tried to give credit to my teachers in schools. They're the hard workers. They're the people that do it every day, day in and day out. So I thank them for their hard work and their commitment to the children of this community, really. But thank you very much.
Anyone else? Thank you, Mr. Decker.